opening the doors, the maintenance of schools, having enough teachers, not having ballooning class sizes. Certainly what's caused this latest round is that these school districts have been anticipating that their increases were going to allow them to give reasonable raises for their teachers, and those increases were not there. Healthcare costs are increasing much faster than the education budget for general education. So it's causing a tremendous amount of pressure on school district budgets. But the bottom line is that we're too cheap in terms of general education. It affects every child. It affects the suburban child, a child from an affluent family. It affects immigrant children, and it affects the west side, traditional west side of Nevada, where we're still seeing schools that are so impacted that they have, up to 8 to 10 vacancies in their schools. So yeah, we have done great things, great programs. The governor and the legislature work together to have a great blueprint. But the other side of having a blueprint is buying the materials to put into the house, putting in the cash that will give that teacher and that principal and the districts the ability to actually do what they want to do and what they've been mandated by the legislature to do. And we have not really taken apart how much money kids need. This is what folks need to understand. Our education budget is not based on what we ask schools to do, what we demand from teachers, or our expectation of kids. It's totally disconnected from that. It is simply historical, and in fact, the governor, when he starts doing his budget, he actually starts with the per pupil and goes back. He deducts from the per pupil that he allocated each year, and then they add on certain amounts for transportation and cost increases. But it's never the case that we start at a level of looking at what kids needs. And that nonsensical way of budgeting is catching up with us. We are a huge state. We have tremendous potential. Our energy from our kids is infectious. It's wonderful. But are we giving them what they need? No. Has the legislature been brave enough and responsible enough to look at how we finance schools? No. Has the governor demonstrated the leadership to take apart a nonsensical way of making an education budget and become serious, had a serious conversation with the people of Nevada on what it takes to build the future? No. So here we are in Clark County and in Washington, every county in the school district. Parents are worried every day about whether these budget cuts will mean that their child will lose access to courses that we think as parents are absolutely important for our child's future. And that's not right.
So do you think that the way the governor and legislature have put together the overall education budget, that the way they fund it contributes to these increasingly chronic budget problems with the school districts?
Yes. I mean, I think Jeremy Arguero, Paul Johnson, every CFO in the district will tell you that the way that we start, that's that starting number for education, it's a sham. It is simply looking back and saying, well, how much money do we think we're going to get? And then, as I said, actually going backwards so that you get these small allocations, especially for education. That has to stop. I mean, part of the reason that Clark County is in the terrible shape they are is that they don't even get their budget numbers till the beginning of July, and school opens